everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about the skills needed to get a high-paying job within economics. So that could be an economist, an economic analyst, an economic consultant, so within the economics field. So these are the key skills you need. Before I jump in, the reason why this video is really important is because people seem to think as soon as you get a degree, even if once you get your first job, that you're guaranteed to climb up the ladder, the career ladder, and become consultant, then become senior consultant, manager. But to be honest, that's not really dependent on just you getting your degree or you just getting your first role. That's dependent on the skills and experience you get. So you need to make sure that wherever you are, whatever company you're in, that the skills, the experience you're getting is quality experience, skills that will actually develop you for your next role. Because when you go to let's say you start off as a grad, you're in a company for 2 years, you go on to start applying for new jobs, and you realize that the skills that they are looking for or the skills they require for that specific role, you don't have it, even though they require you to have 2 years of experience. But if you don't have the skills required to complete that or to perform that role really well, they're not going to consider you for an interview, even though you have 2 years working in the in the same kind of title as the role you're applying for. So yeah, this is why this is really important. You need to make sure that wherever you are, what company you're in, that you're, regardless of the title of the role, you're actually learning quality, you're gaining quality skills, you're gaining quality experience. So whatever you're doing, I believe that when you're in your current role, look at what you're learning, look at the skills you're gaining, and compare that to the skills in the market, because the market is very competitive. It could be that someone in a similar role to you with 2 years experience could have significant skills that are surpass what you have. Hence why I'm doing this video, where I'm going to go through the main skills I think you need to be able to get a high-paying job within the economics field. So the first thing would be data analysis. So you need to be really good at analyzing data, being able to explain trends within data, and be able to produce quality graphs and charts with these data. Now the biggest tool they use that's used by different companies to conduct all these type of analysis is Excel. So my number one tip would be to really work on your Excel skills, like really work on your Excel skills. Even in your current role, if you find that you're always using the same functions every time, I would suggest that you actually start looking at videos online. There are loads of videos online. Even when you look at other job descriptions for the roles you aspire to be in, they kind of tell you the functions or the specific functions they want you to know really well in Excel. So I'm going to go through a list here. So I believe the functions that by now, after maybe a year or 2 years within your role, and if you want to be really ambitious and you're still a grad, or you're still you're still an undergraduate, then these skills are like really good for you to have. So within Excel, you should be able to perform like sum if functions, pivot tables, index match, VLOOKUP. So I believe those are like the main things, the basic things that you need to be on top of. And even if you don't understand what I've just said, trust me, they're not difficult to learn. You just take some practice. A lot of the things, a lot of the functions that I don't understand when I'm working in my role, I actually got an Excel jet to understand how to do it. Excel jet is amazing. It tells you, it has all sorts of functions on there. When I want to do something in particular with data, I go on there to actually learn how to do something, or try and find a formula that will help me perform a task quicker on Excel. So another thing is being able to present well. So what I mean, presentation, I've learned in the corporate world, presentation is key. So you need to know how to build charts. And when you're building charts and tables, you need to remember that you're going to be giving it to other people to see, either your manager, it could be external, it could be clients or external parties. Presentation is important. How you format your tables, how you format your charts, the font size, all these things really matter, and you want to make things as simple as possible. So you might understand it, but someone else who hasn't been working on it, they need to be able to read your chart and say, okay, this is what's happening. So this is again something, a skill you will learn within time, but Honestly, guys, on YouTube there's so many Excel videos and Excel tutorial videos that I go on. So how to format charts, how to make things look presentable, and also, you know, using PowerPoint is extremely important. So these are the things you're going to be using a lot within any economics role you get into. Excel and PowerPoint are essential. Another skill that's important to learn is financial modeling. So I don't believe, not all roles require this, but definitely roles where it's more analytical, you're working with financial clients within the financial industry, you're performing you know, financial duties in your role. So there are some economist roles where you need to be able to develop your financial modeling skills and you know, build cash flow forecasting, building pricing models, you know, looking at financial statements. Yeah, so that is a very key skill to learn, especially if you're really interested in moving around within economics, but within finance especially. Financial modeling is key. I actually know someone who went out of their way to go to a university to just study a financial modeling course for about, I think, 4 months, and that could look really, really good on your CV, definitely. And you know, you know, you'll learn the basics as well. So these are skills that are you know, required, or you know, within some roles within economics, and especially if you want to stand out from the crowd and elevate your career faster. So another skill that's important within economics is being able to use other software such as econometric software such as eViews, SPSS. I know some of you may have done this within your degree, but definitely this is something you should explore more. Again, it will help you stand out, and with some roles they require you to have some knowledge of eViews and some experience using statistical software. So I remember I actually applied for a role. I actually got approached for a role, an econometrics role, where I was you know, the salary was really high. It was over 40,000, and yeah, they asked if I had you know, some knowledge of eViews, some knowledge of doing some econometric analysis. So guys, if you really want to go up this the corporate ladder, you want to get that high paying job, don't just think, okay, I'm going to sit in this company for 2 years, I'm going to sit in this role for 3 years. That's not how you do it. You need to continuously look at the market, look at the skills. Are the skills you're gaining, is it relevant in the market? Is it a skill that employees are really looking for? And another thing, learning a programming language like Python, and I know there are other programming languages out there, again, is a key skill. So you need to always try to upskill yourself. These are hard skills that will actually push a bump in your salary when you're looking for other roles. Like, it could increase your salary by more than 20%. Another data analysis tool that I forgot to mention is Tableau. I hope I said that right. Again, this is another software that a lot of companies are asking for as well. So just try, and I'm not saying that you should have, you know, I'm not skilled in all of these skills that I've mentioned. I'm not an expert at all. I'm still learning, and I'm just here to share these tips with all of you. I'm not saying you have to have all these skills, but whatever you feel like you can develop the most, depending on what area you want to apply to within economics, is very, very important that you actually start thinking about these skills. Start looking at these job descriptions, look at what it requires, and see how you can actually elevate yourself. Even where you're working currently, try and get the employer to help you with skilling yourself. Sometimes they can actually pay for courses. So definitely take advantage of that. You need to drive your career. You can't just sit back and hope that, you know, everything will just work out, and, you know, you just work up the corporate ladder just because you've been there for 2-3 years. No, it's the quality of those years that you spent in the job that matters, not just the years that you spent at that job. I hope that makes sense. And please, if you do enjoy this video and you find it helpful, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.